You promised the world and I fell for it. I put you first and you adored.
Hey my beautiful Empyras, and welcome to my channel. Today's video is a little bit of a different one. I'm going to be doing a spicy Q&A while I get ready, trying out a few new products that might be new to me, might not be new to you, but we can do our makeup together. You can get to know me a little bit more. If you're new here on my channel, I'd love it if you'd subscribe and join my Empyre family. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much. I really appreciate your support and love you so much. So without further ado, let's just get into this video. Super excited about this. It's my very first Q&A, so let's do it. First thing I'm going to be trying is the Glow on the Go Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector in Moonstone. You get the liquid and the pressed powder. It was $14.99, regular $30. I've been wanting to try this. I've been wanting to try different colors of the Becca highlights because my champagne pop is almost gone, and I was hoping that maybe a lighter one would have more of a pop to my cheeks. So I got this one to try it out. This is what it looks like right here. The powder highlight is extremely small. I did see the Becca highlight in Prismatic Amethyst, and I didn't pick that one up, and I'm kind of wishing I did now. And you know how it works with those type of places. If you don't pick it up right away, you're not going to get it. Let's start with the liquid. I don't know if this is just for underneath your makeup or if it can be used just like this, but we're going to try it this way. Dab it in with my beauty blender. It's pretty, but very subtle. I know they do have one tone that's really light, that's almost white, that I'm wondering if trying that would really give me more of a bam, but I don't want it to look white. I do like the golden undertones. Just the more punch, the better, you know what I mean? So let's go in with the Becca highlight. See, I'm supposed to be answering questions, and it's hard to do two things at once. So we're just gonna use my Sephora Pro Contour brush. I like using this for highlight. Just dab in and see how this works. It's definitely pretty, but I wouldn't say it's anything crazy. Definitely more like that pretty natural lit from within type of glow. I'm not hating it though. Okay. I'm sure everybody's tried this already, so it's not new to them. It's just new to me. The other thing I found there were these Too Faced Tutti Frutti Twinkle Twinkle Liquid Glitter Eyeshadows. That is a mouthful. Says they're regular $12, but on for $6.99. I don't know why they're saying regular $12 because I looked these up on the Too Faced website and they're actually like $30, $28 around there. I'm kind of wishing I had got more colors because when I go back, like I said before, they probably won't be there anymore. But I wasn't sure how they would work, if they would sting the eyes, if they were pigmented, any of that. So I ended up choosing the color Lemon Zest. They did have about 4 different colors. I chose this one because if you know me, you know I love me a yellow gold. So let's see how it looks. Ooh, see, now I'm kind of wishing I got more. Look at that. It's glittery, it's metallic, it's beautiful. We'll see how it lasts on the eyes. I'm just going to use the Too Faced Gingerbread Extra Spicy palette. I haven't used this on camera yet, which is crazy considering I've had it for a while. I just completely forgot. This is the color scheme right here. I'm sure lots of people have seen it. Lots of people might have it. This might remind you to pull it back out. If you've been wondering about this palette, all of their palettes are very hit or miss. Some of them are amazing, some of them are not. This one is a home run for me. It is so easy to blend. Every time I do my eyes with this, it lasts all day and I don't have any issues with blending. All the colors work so nicely together. I definitely recommend this palette if you could get your hands on it still. I don't know if it might be on eBay or something. It isn't on the Sephora website anymore. I don't know if it might be still selling on Too Faced. I think it was just a limited edition product, but I just wanted to get some use out of it. And I think the warm tones from this would look really beautiful with this gold liquid glitter eyeshadow. Let's go into the first question while I'm doing my eyes. So my girl Kirsten from Instagram, her Instagram is queen_Kirsten, KIRSTENN, if you want to check her out. She asked, when you were younger, what was cool then but isn't now? So let's get started with the eye here. So we're going to start with this color right here called Plenty of Dough. When you were younger, what was cool then that isn't now? That's such an interesting question because so many things that were cool then are coming back. Things, you know, outfits that I used to wear, specifically fashion, you know, always comes back around. So what was cool then that isn't now? Like probably everything besides fashion, you know. We have new words kids are using. Yeah, I would say everything that was cool then really isn't cool now. Well, smoking was cool back then. And now it's all about the Juuls, the vaping. So just really another form of smoking, although you can do it without nicotine now. I just don't get why smoking is so-called cool, but I did it when I was younger as well. What movie can you watch over and over? Definitely Mean Girls is one of them. I don't think that will ever get old. Do you think aliens exist? Conspiracies. I don't know. I've never personally encountered one, so I really don't know if they're true or if they're real. I don't want to say they're not for people who have seen them and feel that they're real. That could get you in a whole scandal, so we'll just say I don't know. So we have Askward on Instagram. She asked, have you ever sexy timed in SFX makeup? Oh my lord, let's get to the next color. We're going to use the color Cinnamon right here with a little bit of a smaller brush into the crease. So have you ever sexy timed in SFX makeup? Yes, I have. It was in the Harley Quinn costume. My ex, I guess he found the booty shorts, the thigh-high socks, the pigtails to be very arousing. Oh, my skin looks so dry. Powdered my skin today and I regret it. The only place I seem to be able to powder and not look dry and cakey is like my contour line, my chin, but anywhere else, like under my eyes, looks really dry right now. I'm so not happy that I put powder there, but I know I'm going out, so I want my concealer and stuff to last, but then I end up looking really old and crepey. And oh, I used the Becca Hydra Mist powder, and even that, it does not work for my under eyes. Okay, so we have Kelly_makeup on Instagram asked, would you rather have no hands or man parts as fingers? No hands, I think, because yeah, I don't think I'd want to have that as fingers. That would be really embarrassing. We're going to go back in with plenty of dough, blend around the edges. And then the funny one she asked was, have you ever worn yesterday's socks? Yes, all the time, because if I have a shower one day, you know, I shower every day and then I put on an outfit, socks and stuff, then I'll switch into pajamas at the nighttime, but I don't usually switch my socks, and then I wear them the next day until I shower again. So technically, yeah, I've worn yesterday's socks. Then we have my girl Nikki Cole on Facebook. She's one of my YouTube friends. She asked, what is your most embarrassing moment? How did you realize you wanted to dive into makeup art? So how did I realize I wanted to dive into makeup art? I'm assuming she's talking about the SFX makeup and stuff I do. I've always been interested in creating art. I love painting. I love poetry. I love drawing. I love anything crafty, DIY stuff. So I've always been into it. And within the past year and a half to 2 years, I just started deciding I wanted to try doing looks on my face with paint, and yeah, that's just how I got into it. I've always been interested in art. The other question was, what was your most embarrassing moment? I have a lot of them. Next, we're gonna go on with this color right here. It's called Extra Spicy. What was your most embarrassing moment? Oh, I'd probably say the most recent one I could think of was I had chicken strips at Wendy's. I don't never eat that kind of stuff, and I have a lot of stomach problems, and I regretted it right after. I went to Walmart to do groceries, and I literally was holding my bum running to the washroom. So that was really embarrassing. My daughter was laughing her ass off at me because she's like, oh my God, you're holding your ass running to the bathroom. Yeah, I sure was, and I hate having to go to the bathroom in public bathrooms, especially number 2, but sometimes you're either gonna go in that bathroom or you're gonna go in your pants, and I definitely don't want that. Oh, next we have from Curly Curvy Chick 83 on Instagram. She asked, have you ever stolen anything? So have I ever stolen anything? When I was a kid, tell you a quick story. When I was, I think 10, maybe 8, around there. I can't really remember the age. I know I lived in a survey with my mom. Back in with the color Butterscotch. I think I called it cinnamon last time, but it's butterscotch. I went to the mall with my girlfriend like I always did. I was allowed to do a lot of things by myself that I would never let my daughter do because it was just like a different time back then. I went to the mall with my girlfriend and they had this fountain where you throw money in and make a wish. My friend and I decided to jump in there and try to steal the pennies, the nickels, the dimes, the quarters out of the fountain. When the security guy came, we had put all the money on the bench, which had slats in it, and tried to sit on it so they wouldn't find the money and know that we were stealing, and all the money was falling through the slats onto the ground. So they called our mom. We weren't charged or anything, but that was pretty embarrassing. Yeah, technically I was trying to steal. I didn't get to keep it, but I did try. I think stealing is awful, and I definitely learned my lesson. It was very scary. But no, I have never stole as an adult. Then we have my friend Lindsay Nicole on YouTube and on Facebook. She asked, at what age did you lose your virginity? I was 12 years old. It was very, very quick. It was very, very painful, and I pushed the guy off of me. He was my boyfriend at the time, but I shouldn't have been even attempting it. But as soon as I felt it, I wanted him to stop because it hurt so, so bad. We're going to go back into plenty of dough. Just blend around the edges a little. And then after that, because it hurt so much, I was kind of scared of doing it. And I didn't do it again until I was 15, I think. Which is still young. I had a son at 17. So I definitely was early when it came to all that kind of stuff. She also asked, what did you want to be when you grow up? I always wanted to work with disabled children. I actually did do a co-op in high school working with disabled adults. That's all they could get me into. And I was graded bad with professional detachment because I'm super emotional, and they have their lashing out time. Some of them get very angry. Some of them are so, so sweet, but you know, they have moods and stuff and they don't know what they're doing, but I am super emotional. So that was really hard for me to handle when they would say they hate me and hit me and stuff like that. And also there was this one really sweet man that I used to take for walks, and I did like an aerobics class in the water with the ones that were capable, and I did walk this one older man just around the, it was like in a rec center, and I would walk him around the whole rec center every single day just to get him active because he really couldn't get into the pool. He ended up going into the hospital and they didn't think he was going to make it, and I was like beside myself. Like I was having a hard time continuing my co-op, not knowing like what was up with him, if he was going to come back, if he was going to make it. And like, unfortunately, you know, you do care for your clients, but at the same time, you have to kind of have like a cold outer shell. You can't be like emotional and not be able to do your job. You have to just kind of care, but you know, keep a brave front. And I have a real hard time doing that. I've always been a super emotional person. Back in school, people used to tease me a lot because if they were mean to me, I would cry and I just couldn't hold it in, and that would just make it worse for me, but I couldn't help it. I've just always been like that. We have Pauline Bennett. She asked if you could date any celebrity, who and why, and what do you look for in a relationship? If I could date any celebrity and why, that's a hard one because you don't really know what they're like behind closed doors. And what do I look for in a relationship? We're going to go back in with extra spicy and just put that on the outer portion of the eye. I haven't bothered to even try for the past 2 years. I was in a really, really bad toxic relationship before that. And honestly, I just can't be bothered. I'm focusing on my goals and my career. If I did want to date somebody, I look for honesty, compassion, the normal things. I think a sense of humor is really, really important. I can't be with somebody who is just boring or never likes to be silly and have fun, who's just always so serious about life. That really gets on my nerves. That's my answer. Then we have Amy Lewis Sorrell on Facebook. She asked, YouTubers you hate and dislike. I'm not going to answer that one just because I don't want a scandal. Favorite YouTubers and why? What made you want to start a YouTube channel? Where can you see yourself in 5 years? I'm hoping within the next couple years that I'm working for a few really amazing companies, promoting their products. What channels do I like watching? I love Teresa is Dead. She's one of my favorites. It's Amanda. She's another one of my favorites. And what made you want to start YouTube? I've always loved YouTube. I watch it more than TV. And I just thought it was a really good way to get my art form out there and maybe be able to make like-minded friends all around the world. And I have done that. I've met some amazing women on this platform. And for that, I am so, so grateful. We're going to go back in with butterscotch and do that on the lower lash line. A little bit of Plenty of Dough. Oh, I don't like this brush. It is scratchy. This is an e.l.f. brush. That's hurting my lower lid. Hurting my lower lash line. So we're going to use a little bit of butterscotch and Plenty of Dough with this brush. And then a little bit of Extra Spicy right against the lash line. Then we have my girl Dee Dee Morris on Facebook. Her YouTube is Darissa Rain Riri. One beauty item you cannot live without: brows. A brow pencil for sure. I can pretty much go out with just concealer and brows. Everything else is not a necessity. I love it, but I could live without it. One beauty item you loathe that other people love: powders. Face powders, like setting powders. If you had a makeup brand, what would the name be? Ooh, that's an interesting one. I think I'd call it Michelle's Empire. I think that'd be an awesome name for a makeup company, don't you? If you could do anyone's makeup, living or not, who would it be and why? Honestly, maybe one of my friends says I have social anxiety, so I wouldn't want to do anyone that's a stranger. And I really wish that I could get together with some of my awesome YouTube friends, but they all live in the States, so unfortunately we have to have an online friendship, which really sucks. I would love to be able to do challenges, do each other's makeup, have movie nights, go shopping, all the stuff that friends do in real life. Shit hair but good makeup day, or shit makeup but good hair day. Definitely I'll take the shit hair day, because a lot of times I just throw my hair up in a bun and I don't really care, but I like my face to look beat. Let's go in with the Too Faced Liquid Glitter Twinkle Twinkle Liquid Glitter Eyeshadow Tutti Frutti. Too many names on here, but we're going to go in with this. Again, it's Lemon Zest. See how this works. We have Cole_MUA. She asks, what's your favorite makeup look of yours? Definitely when I do warm tones, although it really surprised me that pastel look I did with the Conspiracy palette. She also asked my biggest makeup inspiration. I don't know, really. Look how friggin' beautiful this is. See, you buy something and then you think it's so beautiful and then you can't get the rest. I bet you they don't have the other ones anymore. Kind of want to go in with a detail brush because this wand is so big that I might not be able to get a perfect line. I'm gonna try. What else did she ask? If you could only use 3 products for the rest of your life, what would they be? Like I said before, concealer, eyebrows, and if I got to have a third, eyeshadow. My favorite product is eyeshadow, but if I had to choose one, I would have to take brows over eyeshadow because I have barely no brows, and I just really don't feel good going out without any brows on. I wonder if this is buildable because it is a little sheer. It's still very beautiful though. You know, some products, if you try to build them up, they start to flake off. I don't want that to happen here. It's kind of coming up when I go over it right there. Let's let it dry. Very, very wet feeling right now. Smart_BeautyX on Instagram asked, what long-term makeup goals have you got? Like I said before, I'd really like to just work with a few companies, grow my channel, make more friends. That's about it, really, at this point. I just really feel special being able to promote products for companies. It's amazing. It's so hard when you're just starting out and, you know, being a single mom and being able to afford to buy all the new products to do all these looks and to just try new things out. I love trying out new things. finding different ways to create with that product. So it's so appreciative. It's like Christmas when somebody sends you something. I don't think it's meant to be opaque. I think maybe I should have put a gold shadow underneath, but I wanted to see the pigment for itself first. FabFit_Mama01, where did you learn how to do makeup in SFX makeup? I just kind of taught myself looking at pictures and just tried to recreate them. Some things I learned on YouTube. You know, anything you want to know how to do pretty much will be on YouTube at this point in the game. This is why there's so many young girls like my 15-year-old daughter, you know, is way better at makeup than I ever was because, you know, she can just look up tutorials. I don't really teach her because, you know, mom knows nothing how teenage girls think. See, it looks like it's missing in that one spot, and I don't know if it's just because of the glitter reflects in different lights. I kind of want to put it underneath my lower lash line, but I don't want it to get in my eye. I'm going to use the same brush I used for the lower lash line and just see if I can dab a little. Put it right in the inner corner. So this is the completed look. I hope you enjoyed this different kind of video. If you did, please give this video a big thumbs up. Subscribe for more videos from me, and until the next time, bye!